is a sphere. So people have known that the Earth is spherical for thousands of years. It's not okay to say that the Earth is flat. This is some sort of strange denial. I don't know where it comes from. And it's something where I keep getting this question. We really need to put this question to bed because we've known the Earth is a sphere for a long time.
From the earliest known depictions of the Earth, it's always been flat and enclosed by a dome. The Egyptians, Norse, Hindus, Mayans, Incas, Navajos, Hebrews, etc. all knew that the Earth is flat and covered by the firmament, which is basically an impenetrable barrier encapsulating the flat plane. The flat Earth model dominated for thousands of years. It wasn't until 1543 that Nicholas Copernicus proposed the heliocentric model of the universe. But even with that, flat earthers and the flat Earth model still went strong all the way up into the 1900s. We see proof of that with books like Zetetic Cosmogony by Thomas Winship, published in 1899, Terra Firma, The Earth Not a Planet, Proved from Scripture, Reason, and Fact by David Wardlaw Scott, published in 1901, or even Kings Dethroned by Gerard Hickson, published in 1922, where the author details all of the problems with heliocentrism and the mistakes made by people like Copernicus, Einstein, Newton, Kepler, etc. So we see from the beginning of time all the way until the 1900s, the flat and stationary Earth was going strong. In all honesty, flat Earth has never died. But for the sake of this video, we'll say up into the early and mid-1900s. In a magazine from August 1931 called Popular Science, explorer Auguste Piccard went on record stating, "It seemed a flat disk with an upturned edge after ascending 10 miles high on a balloon." 10 miles is only a little over 50,000 feet. Today we have balloons going up to 121,000 plus feet, which is almost 23 miles, and the Earth still shows nothing but flatness. Not to mention, the horizon remains at eye level at that height, something that would not be possible if the Earth was a sphere. Mainstream science says that curvature becomes visible at 35,000 feet. It simply is not so. Now let's run through another timeline, the timeline of trying to hide the flat Earth. Now we're going to exclude Copernicus here. We know that heliocentrism, spinning ball Earth, has been pushed since the 1500s, but it wasn't until the 1900s that moves were made to hide the true shape and nature of the Earth. In fact, they started programming us in 1912, before Earth's shape was even proven, supposedly. With the founding of Universal Pictures, we have been shown a spinning globe before every movie by that company for over 100 years. But anyway, that started in 1912, and we kept cruising, and in 1946, we have Operation High Jump, where an expedition to Antarctica was led by Admiral Richard E. Byrd. They say they went to Antarctica to train, test equipment, and test the possibilities of establishing and maintaining military research bases. They claim to have charted the Antarctic coastline during this time. Who knows what else they found? Fast forward a little bit, 1955, Operation Deep Freeze. This is just an expansion of High Jump, where more research bases are added to Antarctica. Fast forward a little more, 1958. NASA is established, followed by the proposal of the Antarctic Treaty in 1959, and the implementation of it in 1961. The treaty basically puts Antarctica off limits to civilians, with the exception of guided tours that are carefully supervised. In 1962, Operation Fishbowl takes place. Now this is where people start thinking that they found the firmament or dome during Operation High Jump or Operation Deep Freeze, because for some reason, they started firing nuclear missiles straight up, as if trying to mess with the firmament somehow. And not to mention the name of the project, Fishbowl, easily symbolic for the enclosed nature of our world. A lot of people don't believe in nukes, nuclear weapons, but I obviously can't confirm one way or the other. Just do your own research. Okay, so the same year, 1962, JFK gives his famous "We choose to go to the moon" speech. Now, I think all of these events tie into these guys finding out about the true disposition of Earth, including the crystalline canopy that we can't get past. Keep that in mind. They know we are trapped in and we can't leave. And they choose to pretend like we can leave, which comes back and bites them in the ass later. We'll get there, but let's continue. 4 years later, 1966, Lunar Orbiter 1 captures the supposed first ever picture of Earth from deep space. 2 years after that, in 1968, Apollo 8 captures this. In 1969, they capture this after Apollo 11 lands man on the moon for the very first time. And in 1972, on their sixth and final trip to the moon, we get one of the most famous pictures of all time, the blue marble. These alleged pictures of Earth, especially 1972's blue marble, are the entire reason behind pretending to go to the moon in the first place. The spherical Earth, flat Earth debate is over. All the ancient cultures of the world and all of the authors writing flat Earth books well into the 1900s are incorrect. The Earth is not flat. NASA has proved it. It's over. You live on a spinning ball, just like Universal Pictures predicted. Only one problem with that. It's now 2017. Curvature cannot be detected by anyone on Earth. Motion can't be detected, nor has it ever been proven, and now all of a sudden we can't figure out how to get past low Earth orbit.
Early in the next decade, a set of crewed flights will test and prove the systems required for exploration beyond low Earth orbit.
NASA's next spacecraft, already being built and tested across America, will do those things and more.
This is the spacecraft that's going to take humans to explore the solar system. It's the next big step for NASA in exploration.
Called the Orion Multipurpose Crew Vehicle, or MPCV, this next-generation spacecraft will enable America to explore beyond low Earth orbit.
As we get further away from Earth, we'll pass through the Van Allen belts, an area of dangerous radiation. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
The kinds of technologies that we're testing out on Space Station are definitely helping us with our goals of going beyond low Earth orbit.
I think and many would consider it maybe even science fiction.
The plan that NASA has is to build a rocket called SLS, which is a heavy lift rocket. It's something that is much bigger than what we have today, and it will be able to launch the Orion capsule with humans on board, as well as landers or other components to destinations beyond Earth orbit. Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go, and this new system that we're building is going to allow us to go beyond and hopefully take humans into the solar system to explore. So the moon, Mars, asteroids, there's a lot of destinations that we could go to, and we're building these building block components in order to allow us to do that eventually.
Low Earth orbit is between 99 miles and 1,200 miles away. So we'll say that we can't get past 1,200 miles, and that's a big problem because the moon, according to the heliocentric model, is about 237,000 miles away. Now that's a big difference. Why was it so easy to go to the moon 6 times between 1969 and 1972, but we can't go even 1% of that distance now in 2017? Yeah, 1%. We can't even go 1% of that distance. Of course, they blame it on the idea of a radiation belt. But the truth is that the Van Allen belt is a cover story for the firmament. We live on a flat plane inside of an enclosed structure. It has always been this way, and it will always be this way. The ridiculous notion of us living on a spinning ball darting through infinite space is very new on the complete timeline of mankind. And at the rate things are going, it won't be around much longer. The deception of heliocentrism will have been a very short-lived attempt at removing man from his and her divine nature.
Oh, my friends, all that is for entertainment purposes.
Y'all, this is insane. I literally got this watermelon from Publix. I checked it. I made sure that everything was perfect. It has the... Let me watch that next. It has the yellow scarring on it. Not the yellow scarring, but it has the yellowness. It has the webbing to make sure that it's perfect, you know, perfect and sweet. I knocked on it. The thing is yellow. Has anyone seen this? I went to Publix and it said regular watermelons, like a personal watermelon, right? $5. Got it because my son said he wanted watermelon. So I got it, cut it open, and the thing is yellow. Okay, let me show you. We are going to cut this open and really see what is in the inside. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Okay, so by the looks of it, it doesn't look like a regular watermelon. It's definitely seedless. It smells like watermelon. Let's taste it. In my eye. In my eye. Hold on. I recovered. That, if you get it in your eye, it burns like a freaking lemon, okay? aka why it might be yellow. I don't know, it might be sour, I don't know, but it burned my eye. Okay, let's try it.
I want to try it.
Yes, let's try it.
Yeah, I want to see what it tastes.
Okay, here we go. Here goes Aiden.
Okay.
Let's try this. Mmm.
A watermelon.
It's sweet. How's it taste, Aiden?
It tastes good.
It tastes good. It's sweet, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys, if you haven't tried yellow watermelon, you guys need to try it. This is so good. And make sure you look like for everything on a regular watermelon, because that will lead you to a really sweet yellow watermelon. This is insane. Thank you, Publix, for my first experience trying a yellow watermelon. Thank you. Mmm.
Mama, it made water.
It makes water.
Mama, I need to use this. I need that. Mama.
I don't know, like, it tastes like a regular watermelon. I'm not gonna say it's sweeter, but I feel like it's more refreshing. It's definitely more refreshing than a regular watermelon, in my opinion. How is it? Yummy? Very yummy. Wow, it looks like pineapple, but it's watermelon. Wow, he loves it. Uh-oh. Give you more. Done? You want more? He wants more.
How does it have seeds? Watermelon.
Let me show you something. This is the world map. And this is Rome. What if I told you that from here to here, it's 6,400 kilometers. But from here to here, which only looks like half the size, is 7,200. The continent of Africa has been shown smaller than it actually is. What if I told you that Greenland was only this size? Or Russia was this size? Or the US and Canada were much smaller? You know what? This is the real map. Look at Sweden, Finland, and Norway. They're much smaller now. Or Greenland is tiny. Maybe it wasn't practical, but it seems unfair towards Africa. Why haven't we been told this in school?
Oh, my friends. Why? Honesty. Good vibes.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that?
What could that be?
Look at that face! Oh my gosh! Oh, beautiful baby! She bites you.
Huh? What's going on here? Good vibes guy is doing what with the garlic? Wait. The garlic cups were 4, but when the good vibes guy moves them here, they become 5. What is he doing?
Coffee, maybe? Okay. Paste.
Wow. Oh, these are interesting facts. I don't know what machine this is, but there's some hack on how to use it. You see? Oh, what? It is a machine for cutting onions. English people, you have machine for everything.
You're just gonna push it right out of the husk. Look at that. You don't even have to husk your corn anymore.
Okay. Ah, look at this.
Okay.
English people, good vibes people, but are you seeing this facts here that these good vibes guys are showing to us? You see? Extremely interesting. Oh. Some of these things I'm seeing here, they are incredible and it's good vibes, but myself I've never even used them, come across them. You see?
This is a photo, but if you take your phone and rock it back and forth.
Bendy straw under the armpit.
Oh. Look at this. What is good vibes get up to? Wait. Was this supposed to erase the F or what happened? You see? You don't trust everything you see on the internet. Do your own research and know this is for entertainment purposes.
Mark of the beast. What is it? I don't know. You hear a lot of Christians talk about it. You hear a lot of people discuss it. You even hear some argue it, which I don't like the arguments. I mean, I think we're all trying to figure it out. We're trying to help each other. And I think it's good to be open-minded and be like, okay, I agree to disagree, you know? So I have a theory. Again, it's a theory what the mark of the beast is. Okay, so when God flooded the earth in Noah's day, it was all because the fallen angels were messing with the DNA. They were mating with the humans, and God was like, I need a pure bloodline. So he flooded the earth. Now, I don't think it's a coincidence that the word gene is in Genesis. You know? Anyway, so if you get, now when you study the body and you study biology and blood, 72,000 genomes come from the father and 72,000 come from the mother, which equals 144,000, right? Where are we seeing 144,000? It's in Revelation 14. Those who have the seal of the Father on their forehead. Seal of the Father. So if Satan wanted to mess with your DNA and add a strand to your DNA, he would add 72,000 to the 144,000. That equals 216,000. Now, there is a strand called luciferase, mRNA, which can be in shots, and it's all in certain kind of shots. I don't even know what all shots they're in. I'm not pointing out just one specific shot, so please don't come in my comments saying, oh, I am not saying anything. I'm just saying they're messing with your DNA. I believe they're messing with our DNA. In Revelation 13:18, it says, let him who has wisdom or knowledge calculate the number of the beast. Well, 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. So if you have a double helix and a triple helix, double helix is a pure bloodline, triple is where they mess with your DNA. Also, you see this in John 20:20, okay? It says, it took 46 years to build the temple. How are you going to raise it in 3 days? Right? They were so confused because they were like, how can you do that? Well, if you talk about chromosomes, 23 chromosomes come from your father, 23 come from your mother, equal 46 chromosomes. So that's why it took 46 years to build the temple, because it's from the mother and the father. So if you had to guess who the mother was, wouldn't that be the bride in Revelation? Just a theory. Healthy discussion. Y'all have a blessed day.
All the solar activity of the past week, we had some large coronal mass eruptions. Those eruptions are now reaching the Earth. They were flung off in a direction that they're going to hit the Earth, and they've started to hit the Earth. This is the forecast for the aurora tomorrow night. If you're in Canada, you've got a great chance to see the aurora borealis, and it's going to be really bright. The Alaska, you're going to see the aurora borealis. Now, if you're in the upper part of North America, you've got a good chance. That red line is the prediction of where you won't. It could come all the way down to the top of Texas as well. We don't have an exact reading till it really starts. The storm started a few hours ago. And C, it's a KP6. This is the index of how many charged particles are hitting the upper part of the Earth's atmosphere. We predicted between a 3 and a 5. We're already at a 6. So we have a prediction for tomorrow and tomorrow night between a 4 and an 8. It could go to a 9. It wouldn't be that surprising. So depending on how strong the aurora borealis is, most of North America may be able to see it. So if you are cloudless, unlike me here in Denver, go outside and see if you can see the aurora borealis, because, oh my, the sun and the earth are putting on a show. There's nothing to be frightened of. The charged particles interact with the Earth's magnetic field, and the more particles, the more they bend the Earth's magnetic field. The upper part of the Earth's atmosphere is excited by all these charged particles producing the light show. So go see nature's light show, the aurora borealis. Oh my.
Look at this creature there in the water. Oh, it's already
preliminary DNA tests that have been done down here on the larger beings, and there's a number of them.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot more of them that are still in the original place where they've been where they were recovered. But these few bodies that they have, the tall, 5 foot tall Nazca mummies, that they've done the preliminary DNA tests on them, and they say that like a third of the DNA is of some it's a primate of some kind, an earthly primate of some kind of early ape-type animal. And then another 10% of them are human DNA, Homo sapien DNA. But then there's another, 70% of them or something that is completely unknown. The DNA is completely unknown. They've been unable to match it with any other known DNA specimen of any species on our planet.
I was inside of a ship about 18 feet in diameter and roughly 10 feet high to the domed ceiling, and there were 3 men on the ship, besides the one that had got off and invited me aboard.
You keep calling them man. What do you mean man?
Well,
little green man?
They were about 5'6". They came about to my eyebrows, and they could have walked in our clothes down any of our streets, and we wouldn't have paid any attention to them.
And did you bring any proof off that ship? Were you alone in the ship?
I was alone with the 3 men until the other fellow came up behind me, and then the 4 of them were aboard.
Were there any other earthly eyewitnesses to this?
Nothing, only outside of the ship.
And these people stayed outside?
On the airport.
And did you go anywhere in this ship?
Not to my knowledge. When I got off, it was the same place it was when I got on.
Well, what do you mean, not your knowledge? Had the door closed when you went in or something?
I don't know, because it was below the deck.
And did these people tell you where they came from?
They didn't say where they came from, but I've been in the air game since 1927, and their instruments were unlike anything I'd ever seen before.
Well, don't give me technicalities. What was different?
The difference was that we used dial instruments, and they used vertical instruments, like fluorescent tubes with marks on them.
What color were these people?
The instruments were marked in symbols similar to hieroglyphics. They were not in any language or number system we use on the Earth.
What color were these people?
They looked like they were white people with a good healthy tan.
Did they give you any indication of how old they were, or what they ate, or where they came from at all?
After we got off the ship, the man who invited me aboard, who didn't look a day over 28 years of age, told me that he was over 700 years of age in our time.
Oh, come off it, George.
That's right.
Was this the guy who gave you the formula for the time machine?
That's the man.
And what form did the formula take? Did he implant it in your mind by telepathy, or did he give you something written in English?
He spoke it to me verbally.
And you remembered this?
There's nothing to it to remember.
Will you tell me now? The formula for a time machine.
F equals 1 over T.
F equals 1 over T.
F being frequency and T being time.
And this enables me to go back to the time of Caesar's armies conquering Britain.
Well, it would enable a mathematician to work this out, yes.
And why hasn't this been acclaimed like Einstein's E equals mc squared?
Well, why hasn't the fact that the United States government's been flying anti-gravity ships since 1956 been acclaimed? Or the fact that there's a crater on the moon with a base in it since 1954, we've known this.
All right, but let's get, first of all, the U.S. Why haven't the FBI clapped you incommunicado for breaking secrets that they want to keep secret in the United States?
Well, possibly because they know this information is going to get out eventually anyway, and what I say won't make any difference.
Now, you talked about a crater on the moon. Now, I thought all the moon stuff had been debunked and that nobody ever really knows what goes on the moon. What's this?
Well, this is the Gassendi crater. This is 55 miles long and oval-shaped. It's in the Mare Humorum Sea, or on the edge of it. Since 35 years ago, they wondered why this particular crater had these lines in it. And with the magnification which you can get with the larger telescopes, this is what they found. These lines are tubes laying on the surface of this crater and running under some of the mountain ridges. There are 3 large dome-shaped structures in here. These tubes run clear outside of the crater, and we know they are tubes laying on the surface because the sun is shining from this angle, and this mountain peak causes this shadow.
What does it all mean? Does it mean that this is a rocket launching or a flying saucer base on the moon?
This has been a base on the moon for perhaps many thousands of years, used by these people in the spaceships to resupply their ships or whatever is required.
Let's talk about this picture. This is the time machine.
This is a picture of the machine we're building down there. This structure is actually up. We're working now on the parts on the equipment that operate it. This rim around here has armatures 57 feet in diameter, which will be better than 4 times bigger than the biggest armatures ever made before.
But is that the place where you did the experiments? By the way, how old were these television programs you pulled back out of time and space?
Well, the oldest one was 6 years back because the television was 6 years old when this was done.
And what program was it? Do you remember?
I don't remember what program, but I know that on checking up on some of the stations that Art found that the station no longer existed. It was out of business.
My friends, did you see that? My God, what's up? Is this it? Oh my God, the Simpsons did it again. A black hole out of nowhere. Oh, look at this. You see, they said there's some crazy stuff how that happens or is stored in this Simpson stuff, my friends. You see? You tell me, what do you think this could mean? Oh, this is crazy. A black hole that comes up and swallows up everybody and the whole of Earth. Oh, that could be crazy stuff. Oh, this is for entertainment purposes though, my friend. You see? Very weird stuff. When you look at things now in real life, there's this stuff here that is growing. I don't know what this is. Oh my god, what is this? What is going on here, my friend? This is crazy. Oh my god, what is that thing that just came near the moon? Oh, this is crazy. This is very weird, my friends. Good people of Earth, is this an eclipse here we are witnessing, or what's up? And in other places, there's this magician here who does that. Brings people out of nowhere using a piece of cloth. Wait a minute. But let's see what just happened. If this is indeed real, you see? Oh, do you think this lady just came out of nowhere, or what happened? Where did she come from? Oh, what? This world is full of wonders. Look at that creature, also another one which was recorded in the water, moving in some weird type of way. It's like a fish that had forgotten how to swim. Yo, or what's up? Which creature is that one? It moved to land and is still moving with the same type of style. Or that is its normal movement. Oh my god. A good vibes human here went to some place there, to the butcher, to get some meat. Oh my god. Poor all these animals. But anyway, good vibes saw as they were getting meat. What? Oh, there's a piece of meat there that she has been putting all her luggage on. You see? I watch carefully. What do you think is going on, or this good vibes woman is up to? Huh? Oh, it's like she hid the piece of meat. Oh, there we go. And this is how she does it. It's like she wanted to just grab some meat and get steak for her family that day. Oh, and she successfully managed to do it. Good vibes are things we should all embrace: honesty, peace, and forgiveness. But they were sin. Oh my god. Oh, this is sad. What is going on here? Hey, it's like the rocks have started producing stones. But English people, do you have this in your country? See, from this side of the world, there's stones that do that. You see? You've come across stones that produce water, and they really benefit people in different ways. Now, my friend, thank you very much for watching up to this far. It's been a pleasure being with you, good creature of God. Myself, I've been YG11H, and I really love and respect you for being our subscriber and hitting the like button. Peace be with you, and till next time, you're all loved and respected. Big up to Christy Hutchins, big up to Aaron Harthan, big up to the only Jedi Master, big up to Josie, all of those guys in the comment section. You're all loved. Till next time, peace and love be with you. Okay. Hit the notification bell for new videos. Immediately.